Hello friends, this is a completely beginner tutorial and I want to show you how you can download and install the ComfyUI on your Windows, and I will try to explain everything exactly step by step, so it's very useful for beginners. At first you should go to the git-scm. I will put the link in the description. Click on next, 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 next. All the thing, just click on the next and install. So with this way, you will download the Git on your computer and it will help your computer to connect to the GitHub and download the necessary model from the GitHub. Now please go to the github.com and register account. After that, on the Hugging Face also you should register account, and it's very useful to download the last models and necessary items. Okay, now we can go to the next step. On the GitHub, go to the ComfyUI page. Again, I will place the link in the description and you can scroll down. Click on install ComfyUI and click on direct link to download. It's going to download a file. The file is about 1.4 gigabytes and it will take a while to complete the download. Okay, the download is ready and this is the file that I have. This is the last version. Right click and extract it in your folder. And again, it will take about some minutes to complete the extraction. Okay, the extraction is finished and I can go to the folder and I can run the NVIDIA GPU. But before running, you should go to your ComfyUI folder and check your models folder. Okay, here you can see some folders. We have checkpoint clip, LoRa, and other things that we have to download the models and place them in the folder. If you already download the models, you can place them one by one in these folders, and or you can download them through the internet and place them manually, or you can download them automatically with the extension. In this video, I will try to explain two different ways to you. First, config the external path for ComfyUI to read the models from another folder, and also I will try to show you how you can download the model automatically. Okay, for example, here you can see that I have a folder in my D drive with the name of all models. And if I go to the checkpoint, you can see that I have many different checkpoints here, or ControlNet models or other things. So if you have already the models and you place them somewhere in your hard drive, you can use this way. This is the new ComfyUI. I'm going to the ComfyUI folder, and after that I will select the extra model underline path.yaml.example. Right click and open that in Notepad. This is the file. Okay, and here you can see that we need a base path. Also, for example, if you are using Automatic 1111, you can use this trick to load the models that you have downloaded in Automatic 1111. In the base path, you will paste the path for the models, and after that you will define the folder in subfolders and names. Already I have a example here. Okay, for example, here is my base path set to D, all models, checkpoints, loading the checkpoints folder, config, loading the checkpoints folder, VAE, loading the VAE folder, and everything is same here. Okay, so after that you should save the file, close, and rename the file. You should remove the .example extension. Okay, and after that it will be something like this: extract underline model underline path.yaml. And now if you open your ComfyUI, it is also looking to the models that are placed in other folders. Alright, so how we can download the checkpoints and models for a stable diffusion? The best way is using the Seewit AI. At first you can go to the seewitai.com. At the first page you can see some of the best suggested models, and also you can go to the models tab and click on view more. After that, from here click on all, and for example sort the checkpoints based on must like it. Okay, so here you can see the best checkpoints that people are using. All the time I'm using realistic vision and rev animated. Okay, and I believe these two checkpoints are one of the best, so you can click open them. This is the rev animated, and you can download the checkpoint. And this is the realistic vision. This is the last version, and also you can download the checkpoint from here. Also in this page you have a filter. Okay, and if you change the filter, for example, to VAE, okay, you can see most of the best VAE that you can download, or for example the LoRa. Okay, and you can go to each page and download the LoRa. If you don't know and if you don't have enough information about what is the VAE or what is the LoRa, I will try to record a video separately and I will explain everything on that video, and you can follow that, and I will place the link. Okay, so after placing the models in the folder, we can run the ComfyUI. You can use run NVIDIA GPU or run CPU. But the run CPU is very slow, and it is useful only if you don't have any NVIDIA GPU on your computer. The ComfyUI is loaded. Okay, and this is the default workflow. And now if you check the CMD window that is opened, you can see this text here. Okay, because we add extra pass. Okay, it's noted here, adding extra search pass checkpoint, adding extra search pass for config or for other models. So it's a new ComfyUI, but it is using my files in the old folders. Okay, what is the next step? The next step is installing some necessary and very useful extensions, and again I will go with you one by one. The first extension that you have to install on your computer is ComfyUI Manager. So scroll down, go to the installation method number 2. Okay, because it is compatible with portable ComfyUI version. We are using the portable version because the installation was very easy. So please remember that. All the times we are using the portable version. So how we can do the installation? Click on this script, download that. Okay, excuse me, right click and download it with your computer. And after that we have to place the script near the Run NVIDIA GPU bat on the root of the ComfyUI. Okay, I placed the script here, and now I have to run the script. I am running that, and you can see the window here. It's going to download and install some necessary things. It's finished. Okay, and now if you go to the ComfyUI and after that go to the extra nodes, you can see a new folder here. The name is ComfyUI Manager. The installation is finished and we are going to run the ComfyUI again. The ComfyUI is started. And let me open the default workflow. Okay, and now we have the manager. And if you check the UI, you can see the manager here. Okay, so this is a plugin and it's very useful. For example, you can download other extensions with this manager, and also you can install missing models or missing nodes, and also you can download the models directly from the manager plugin, and it's very powerful, and every time I'm suggesting to use that. Okay, so what is the next step? You can open the manager, and from here you can click on install custom nodes, and you can see many different custom nodes that you can use with ComfyUI. Okay, but I have some list that you should download them. Okay, at first I am going with WAS node suite. Okay, you can search the name here and after that it will show. Just click on install. And also you can check the CMD. Okay, the installation is complete and it suggests to refresh the browser. And if I right click and go to add nodes, I should see the WAS, but I can't see the node. So one time I will close the ComfyUI and run the ComfyUI again. Okay, for the next time that I am opening the ComfyUI, I can see that it is trying to download some information and some model from the internet and do some configuration automatically for the WAS node. Okay, and I have to wait. Okay, the installation is finished, and you can see here that the WAS node suite create default config file and finish it load 190 nodes successfully. Okay, so just before because I want to make sure, one more time I'm going to close the ComfyUI and run it again. Every time please pay attention to the texts that you can see in the CMD window, because you can find many useful information. For example, here I have a warning and it's looking for ffmpeg underline bin underline patch that I have to install that manually, and it's very useful for animation. Okay, so everything is good about the WAS. Accidentally I closed the ComfyUI. Let me open that again. Okay, and if I right click, then I can see the WAS suite, and there are many different useful nodes that I can see in WAS suite. Okay, we can go to the Manager, install custom node, and we can install the next extension. Okay, the next extension that is very useful is ControlNet Preprocessor. At first, let me explain one thing to you. This is the ComfyUI without any extension. Okay, only I installed the WAS suite. But if you double click on the page and write ControlNet, you can see that we have the ControlNet node here. Okay, so I want to explain that to you, and I want to open this for you. ComfyUI is supporting the ControlNet automatically. Okay, so when you are installing the ComfyUI, also you have installed the ControlNet. But what is that extension? That extension is only a preprocessor, and it can help you to make some image ready to use for ControlNet. Okay, so if you don't have the preprocessors, still you can work with ControlNet. It's very important, and keep that in your mind. But working and having the preprocessors also is very important. Okay, so now I want to install the ControlNet. I'm going here, and there is a warning here, or there is a note. Okay, and it told us if we want to use the Canny Edge preprocessor, Midas depth map, or uniformer segment, and some other preprocessors that are old version, we should do a change in configuration file, and we have to change it to false, because already there are two versions for preprocessors, version 1 and version 1.1. And by default, it's going to ignore the preprocessors that are coming from version 1. And if we want to have them, we should change the skip v1 to false. Okay, at first I have to click on install. Again, I'm going and checking the window. Okay, it's going to fetch the data. This part is very important, and I am not going to pause the video because I know that many people have problem with installing the ControlNet preprocessors. So this part I think is very useful and important. Okay, installation was successful, and we can close the ComfyUI, and we have to go to the ControlNet preprocessors and do this change. Okay, so where is the preprocessors? Every extension that you are installing on ComfyUI is going to the custom nodes. So here you can see the ComfyUI ControlNet preprocessors, and here is the config.yaml.example. Open that in Notepad. Okay, and change the escape v1 to false. Save the file and rename that. Remove the .example. Okay, so now we have the configuration correctly. In this step, okay, keep this window open, open another window, and go to the ComfyUI Windows Portable version and go to the Python embedded. Okay, you can find this file python.exe. Click on install.py and drag the file over the python.exe, exactly like this. Take a look. Click, drag, and release the mouse. Okay, I am on python.exe, release the mouse. This window will be open, and it's going to run and install the necessary files for the ControlNet Preprocessor. Okay, so also this step is very important. Again, I will not pause the video, and you can see all the steps and process. Okay, the window is closed, and we will going to run the ComfyUI. Still it's unloading because we add ControlNet WAS node suite, and it will take some time for computer to analyze and loading them. Okay. Also here you can see that 21 seconds is spent for loading the ControlNet preprocessors. And I think the installation was successful. Okay, let me check that. I'm going to add nodes, and after that I'm going to preprocessors, and here I can see all the edgeline preprocessors, all the normal, all the pose, and everything is correct and perfect. So for a test, just I'm going to add a HED load image for that and make a preview. Let me do Q prompt. Okay. Okay. It is working very good, and if you check my window, because it was the first time that I ran the ControlNet, let me show you here. Okay, automatically it download ControlNet HED.pth from Hugging Face. Okay, because it was the first time. And for the first time that you want to use each different preprocessors, it will download them automatically from the internet. Totally the size of the preprocessors are about 2 GB, I'm not sure. And if you go to the ComfyUI folder, you can see that we have a folder here, CKPT, and it will store the files for the ControlNet preprocessors here. So you can copy them on your hard, and after that you can paste them here, or you can download them automatically. Okay, so this was the ControlNet, and the installation was successful. The next extension that I need to use is efficiency node. I'm going to the install custom node. Okay, I have to wait. Sometimes when I am working on CMD, again, it will pause the process, and you should come to the CMD window and press enter. Okay, sometimes it will happen. Okay, now I need the efficiency node. Let me find that. Yes, number 15, efficiency node. This node is very useful, and I will explain that in the next videos. But now just I'm telling you that it's very necessary, and every time I'm using that. Okay, it's in git clone process. Pressing enter. Okay, the installation is finished. I have installed that, and after that I'm going to install the CeeCoder number 14. Also, it's very important and useful. Install that, and it is something like a style, and it will help you to transfer a style from one image to another image. It's very useful. The next extension is number 15.5 with the name of ComfyUI custom scripts. Also, it's very useful, and we need that. So we install them. Now you can close that and go to install model. From here, you can download and install the upscale models. You can install them, okay? But I have them in my folder, so I'm not going to click on them. And for example, you can download some checkpoints from here. SDXL checkpoints, okay? And from here, scroll down, and go to the SeeCoder, okay? Here you can see 3 different models, and most of the time I am using the SeeCoder anime. So click on install, and it's going to download that from internet. The file size is about 1 GB, and it will take some time to download. Okay, the download is ready. You should download all the ControlNet models, okay? It's very important to download them. And also you need the T2I style. From here, click on install, and also you should download the clip vision. So all the T2I style, T2I adapter, all of them, style, clip vision, and all the ControlNet models should be downloaded because we are using them. Okay, I think everything is ready. One more time I will check and I will tell you. There is one very important thing. Click on Manager and click on Preview method and select the auto close. So after that, when you are queued the prompt, then you can see the preview in the sampler. It's very useful and it's very important. So you can do that through the manager, and you can select the preview method to auto. Okay, everything is ready to work, and now we can go and work with some workflows. See you.